Fallout 76 is a massive video game, and there is loads to both see and do in its setting of Appalachia. For those of you jumping in for the first time, or in need of a refresher, we have prepared this beginner's guide video to help you understand some of the core concepts in the game and assist you through the early stages. Let us get started. When you begin your game and create your character, one of the first things you'll do is pick up a Pip-Boy, a device which you will soon become very well acquainted with. The Pip-Boy can be used to check your status, equip weapons, use items, activate quests, and so on. Feel free to have a play with it now, but its true potential will be learnt after you exit Vault 76. As you begin to walk through the vault, do not forget to pick up these helpful healing items along the way. These will be of huge help, particularly in the early parts of the game. Eventually, you will find a set of perk cards, which is where some important decision making begins. This is the level up screen, and it will be the place where you build your character. The character building system in Fallout 76 is underpinned by two aspects: special attributes and perk cards. Special stands for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. These 7 attributes will define your character in Fallout 76, with each level up allowing you to allocate 1 point to an attribute. You can allocate this point simply by selecting a specific attribute on this screen. We know this might be a lot to digest, but keep in mind that you are not permanently locked into which attributes you are increasing right now thanks to our special loadouts feature. Once you reach level 25 in the game, you will be able to freely reassign your points by using punch card machines at train stations across Appalachia. So, do not stress and simply increase the attributes which you think will serve you best early on. Now we come to perk cards. After selecting a special attribute to increase, you can pick a perk card. Perk cards provide your character with unique benefits and bonuses when equipped, and your ability to equip perk cards will be determined by how you have allocated your special points. For example, if you have a strength of 2, you will be able to equip 2 1-point strength perk cards, or even a single 2-point strength perk card which you have ranked up for increased stats. All your specials start at a minimum of 1 point, so you can start equipping perk cards across all attributes straight away. And remember that you do not have to select a perk card from the special attribute you decide to increase. You can also swap to perk cards designated under other attributes instead. So pick your first perk card and be sure to equip it. After this point, you will need to exit the vault, which you can do so by following this path and heading out the vault door. And now that you have exited Vault 76, what is next? Well, you truly do have the freedom to explore the massive environment of Appalachia and do what you think is best. But if you would like some suggestions, perhaps you could head to the right, pick up these useful items from this corpse, and then begin the quest Wayward Souls. Your Pip-Boy, compass, and quest log will direct you on where you need to go and what you need to do. But no matter what you decide, this is effectively the point in the game where hostile enemies will be looking to take you down and you will need to engage in combat. Fallout 76 provides several different ways that you can do this. You can simply fight enemies head on, say by hip firing, or aiming down the sight with a gun, or even swinging a melee weapon. Melee weapons are able to be swung freely, but require you to be up close and more in harm's way, whereas ranged weapons allow you to keep your distance, but you will need to manage your ammunition levels. Though there are some common ammo types earlier in the game, like 38, 10mm, and 308 rounds to help you with that. Enemies in the game have different weak points you can target too, many of which include the head or face, such as for ghouls, scorched, super mutants, and others. So spend the time learning which body parts take the most damage and target them. Alternatively, you can make use of the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS for short. VATS allows you to target and hit specific enemies using action points, and its effectiveness in terms of accuracy and damage can be improved as the game progresses. For instance, when combined with the Concentrated Fire perk card, you can even target specific body parts within VATS. And then we have Sneak. This is a mechanic where if you crouch your character and get a shot on an unsuspecting enemy, you will deal extra damage, which is going to help you both kill enemies faster and conserve your ammo. VATS can also be utilized while sneaking too, so try out all these different styles and see what suits you. This is also where looting becomes extremely important in the game. Whenever you find a new location, you will want to make sure that you are looting for supplies. Whether it is looking for healing items, chems, food, drinks, ammunition, weapons, armor, or otherwise, you want to make sure you are keeping healthy supplies of these items, so you do not run into trouble later. For example, keep an eye out for these first aid boxes on the walls, which frequently contain useful aid items for your character, like stim packs to heal and rat away to reduce your radiation levels. Additionally, ammunition of various varieties can be found in these ammo boxes, which will be of huge help if you decide to adopt a ranged playstyle. Speaking of looting, we need to talk about junk. Junk items are extremely important to frequently loot in Fallout 76 because they can be broken down or scrapped at workbenches to yield materials that can be used for a wide range of crafting purposes. Items like desk fans, pencils, plates, typewriters, gears, and more are considered junk items, and the components which are produced after scrapping include things like wood, steel, lead, acid, leather, and more. These components can then be used to craft weapons, armor, ammunition, camp objects, chems, and more. They can even be used to repair and maintain your equipment too. A great way to get acquainted with this mechanic is by visiting the Gilman Lumber Mill on your way to the Wayward, as it is a rich resource for wood and other items, which will be useful to you in the early game. And now with this junk in hand, perhaps what you can try next is visiting the Overseer's camp just next to the Wayward and start crafting your first items. Use the armor workbench to craft armor for added protection. The leather chest piece is a good piece of armor to start off with. Then, swap to the weapon workbench to craft another weapon if you need it. But this is not the only thing that workbenches can be used for. If you have any spare or duplicate weapons at this stage, go ahead and select the scrap option instead when facing a workbench. This menu will allow you to scrap items that you do not need anymore. Not only will this produce components which you can use for crafting later and help relieve your carry weight for future looting, but crucially, when scrapping weapons and armor pieces, you will begin to learn plans for modifications of those items. You can see the mods you are learning by looking at the top left hand corner of your screen. Then what you can do is select modify when using, say, a weapons workbench, and begin modifying your guns with things like scopes, barrels, magazines, and more to give your weapons improved stats. And for the last topic, let us talk about camps, known as the construction and assembly mobile platform. Camps effectively act as your home or base of operations in Fallout 76. They are a place where you can build your own workbenches and other useful camp objects, though you will first need to learn the plans for objects you want to build. You do not need to spend any caps to fast travel home to your camp either, and they are a good place to heal up, store your items, and prepare for your next outing. So, to get started, place down your first camp by opening your Pip-Boy and selecting Place Camp. You will then be able to place down your camp when it is highlighted in green. If it is coloured red, it is indicating that this is a location where you cannot build. Once it is placed down, you can now open the camp menu and start building some objects. For instance, you could build a foundation and some walls for protection, a stash box to store your items, and then a bed which you can use to heal. Workbenches will be handy as mentioned before. Generators will help you power other camp objects like lights and even water pumps, which will let you pump water to keep your character well hydrated for a boost to your AP regen, and then a cooking station will let you cook food to keep your character well fed for a boost to your max HP. And now, it is off to you. We hope that this video helped you get started in the game. Please enjoy your first experience of Fallout 76, and until next time, ad Victoriam.